center of mass and rotational mechanics. These two topics are really little difficult, but rest of topics are not difficult. Now we will study gravitation, simple harmonic motion, then we will study fluid mechanics, wave, sound. Is this okay? All these topics are not so difficult. Gravitation is very easy topic. So what is gravitation? So law of gravitation is given by Newton. Newton were sitting inside an apple tree, isn't it? When an apple comes and falls on his head, so Newton does not eat that apple. Is this okay? He starts thinking that why this comes down, why it does not go up, isn't it? And due to that thinking of Newton, our life become hell, isn't it? Because whole syllabus is generated by Newton. So Newton gave his law that is known as law of gravitation, and he tried to explain that every particles in the universe which is having a massage attract each other. Is this okay? Every mass in universe attract each other with a force called gravitational force. Called gravitational force. Is this all right? So this is mass m1. Suppose this is mass m2, which is separated by r distance. So force of gravitation is given by g m1 m2 by r square. Is this all right? Force of gravitation is given by g m1 m2 by r square. Hope you understand. This is the force of gravitation by which they attract each other. Is this all right? That is called force of gravitation. So gravitation, this, I think this equation you are knowing from the beginning. From class 8 or 9th, you are studying the same thing, g m1 m2 by r square. G is known as gravitational constant. Gravitational constant. And its value is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Is this all right? Value of G is this one. Hope you understand. Now, suppose, let me take example. Suppose, first of all, what is the properties of gravitation? What is its properties? It is always attractive in nature. Second property is it acts along the line joining the particles. Is this all right? It acts along the line joining particles. Is this all right? Forces applied by each other are equal and in opposite direction. Are equal and in opposite direction to each other. Is this all right? And they are in opposite direction to each other. Copy it. No. Suppose this is mass m, this is mass m, this is mass m, this is mass m. They are situated on the corner of a square of side length L. This is the side length, that is L, and masses are kept at the corner of the square of side length L. Is this all right? Find F net on each mass. Do it first. If m mass is kept at the center, then find F net on it. Do it fast, dear student. M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6 are kept on the vertex of a regular hexagon. A regular hexagon. Side length of regular hexagon is L. Is this okay? If there is a mass at the center, that is M. If F net on M is 0, now M3 is being removed. Now M3 is being removed. Find F net on a small m. Do it fast. So how you will do it? So this mass will attracted by this mass, and this mass will be attracted by this mass in this direction, and this mass will attract this mass in this direction. This is the free body diagram of this mass. This force is equal to, let's say, F1, that is equal to G m1 m2, that is G m square by L square. Is this all right? This force is also F1, that is G m square by L square. Is this all right? And this length is basically root 2L. So this force F2 will be equal to Gm square by root 2L square, that is equal to 2L square. Is this all right? So three forces are acting on it. F1, F1, and this is F2. What is the resultant of these two F1? Can you tell me? This one and this one. Its resultant will be in this direction, isn't it? In this direction, and that is equal to root 2 F1. That is equal to root 2 F1. That is equal to root 2 Gm square by L square. Is this all right? So what is F net on each mass? Gm square by 2L square plus root 2 Gm square by L square. Is this all right, dear friend? Now, M mass is kept at the center. So suppose if this is a square and these are the masses, and suppose if I keep a mass M at the center of the square, then it will pull in this direction, this mass will pull in this direction, this will pull in this direction, this will pull in this direction. So net force on the mass which is kept at the center will be 0. F net will be cancelled out and it will be 0. Is this all right? Copy it. No. The force on this object which is kept at the center. So M1 will apply force, M2 will apply force. Similarly, all these 6 masses will apply force on this small mass M. So force is basically F1 plus F net will be equal to F net at the center will be equal to, dear student, F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus F4 plus F5 plus F6, isn't it? Force applied by M1, force applied by M2, force applied by M3, force applied by M4, force applied by M5, force applied by M6. So forces will applied by all forces, all masses, isn't it? So F net is going to be F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus F4 plus F5 plus F6. Is this all right? So, and that is equal to 0. That will be equal to 0. Is this all right? That will be equal to 0. So F net on it will be equal to 0. Is this all right? Now, M3 is being removed. Now M3 is being removed. If M3 is being removed, what is F net? So F net will become equal to F1 plus F2 plus F4 plus F5 plus F6, isn't it? That is going to be the F net. Hope you understand. So that is equal to, that will be equal to minus of F3. Is this all right? That will be equal to minus of F3. In the, from the above equation, you can easily calculate dear student. Is this okay? Because now M3 is removed, so F3 will be not there. Is this okay? Because F3 will be absent because M3 is being removed. So now the net force is this one. So this one will be equal to, from the above equation, we can say that this one is equal to minus of F3, isn't it? So net force, now the net force acting on M is minus of F3. That is minus of F3 means F3 was acting in this direction. So minus of F3 means in this direction. What is the F3? Gm3 into M divided by this distance square. Can you calculate this distance? Since this is a regular hexagon, so this length is L, so this length is also L. So this is minus Gm3M divided by L square. Is this all right? This is the force. Is this okay, student? Do it. Copy it. Now next question is, dear student, this is a point mass of capital M at a naught distance. There is a rod. This is a rod of total mass M and its length is L naught. Is this all right? Its length is L naught. Find force of attraction between them. Obviously, these are also two objects, isn't it? So they will attract each other. So force of attraction between them. Do it first. So at x distance, take a small thickness of dx. है ना? Is this okay, beta? At x distance, you have to take a small thickness of dx. What is the mass of dx? Mass of dx thickness is dm, and dm will be equal to mass per unit length into length, isn't it? This is dm basically. So what is the force between m, capital M, and dm? That is equal to force of attraction is equal to G into capital M into dm divided by x square. You have to integrate it. Is this okay? So gm into what is dm? Put it. So this is a small m divided by L naught into x square dx, and you will integrate it. So you have to integrate it from x is equal to a naught to a naught plus L naught. So that will be equal to G capital M, a small m divided by L naught into minus 1 by x. That goes from a naught to a naught plus L naught. So now put the limit. So Gm m by L naught is into, if you put a naught plus L naught, that is equal to minus a naught plus L naught, minus plus 1 divided by a naught. Is this all right? So the force will become equal to Gmm divided by L naught into A naught into A naught plus L naught. Is this all right? So that is equal to minus A naught plus L naught. Is this all right? So this one cancelled out. L naught cancelled out. So that is equal to GMM divided by A naught into A naught plus L naught. Hope you understand. Is this okay? This is the force. Copy it. Okay. Now, next question is, you have to practice question on gravitation. This is easy topic, dear student, not a hard topic. So now the question is, suppose this is the earth. Is this okay? This is our earth. And suppose if an object is near the surface of the earth, so its radius is R, mass of the earth is capital M, and its mass is a small m. So it will attract towards its center, isn't it? So what is the force? Force is equal to Gm m divided by R square, isn't it? Because this height we can be neglected. Is this okay? If this is neglected, because this is nearer to the surface of the earth, up to I think 100 meter you can neglect, up to 100 meter, up to 1 kilometer you can neglect it. Is this all right? Because radius of earth is 6400 kilometer. Now you have to think that how we came to know about the radius of the earth. Have we such a skill so that we have measured the diameter of the earth? So how we are able to measure the radius of the earth? You have to think on it and reply me in the next class. How we have calculated the radius of the earth. Not I have calculated, how the scientists have calculated radius of earth. What technique they have used for the calculation of radius of earth. Isn't it? Try to think on it. Try to think on this concept and reply me in the next lecture. Now, but for your information, radius of the earth is 6400 kilometer. Is this okay? So it can be neglected. A small height can be neglected. So this is the force. So this is equal to, if you see, that is gm by r square into a small m. Is this okay? And this is known as acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. Is this okay? That you call as g, isn't it? So force will become equal to m into g. You practiced a lot that force is equal to mg. Mg is downward direction. Why mg is acting? That is due to gravitational pull. And what is the value of g? G is equal to basically g, capital G into m divided by capital R square. Means g is constant, mass of earth is constant, radius of earth is constant. If you will put the value and calculate this thing, you are going to get 9.81 meter per second square, which is approximately can be written as 9.8 meter per second square. And again we use approximation to calculate it 10 meter per second square. Is this okay? This is the acceleration due to gravity. Hope you understand. So try to remember this formula. Always try to remember this formula. Is this okay? So this is acceleration due to gravity of earth. Now acceleration due to gravity.
Sir, can you go a little up?
Just tell me.
Little up, sir.
Little up, okay. Is this okay? Okay,
Yes,
first.
sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, good. Now acceleration due to gravity of other planet. So we will not only study about the earth, we will also study about the other planet. So this is the planet, mass of planet is mp, radius of planet is rp, isn't it? And this is mass m. So it will attract it with a force is equal to g mass of planet into m divided by rp square, radius of planet square. Is this all right? Hope you understand. So this one is equal to basically gravity, sorry, acceleration due to gravity of the planet into mass. So acceleration due to gravity of planet will be equal to g into mass of planet divided by radius of planet r square. Hope you understand. So try to remember this formula. Now suppose weight of an object on earth is 60 Newton. Find its weight on a planet of mass 3 times that of earth and radius 6 times that of earth. Do it fast. So weight on earth is 60. So m into g. G of earth is 10 is equal to 60. So mass is equal to 6 kg basically. So mass will be same on each and every planet. Now here just wait 1 minute. M is equal to 6 kg. So mass will be equal to 6 kg. So now on that planet, if we write the acceleration due to gravity of planet, g of mass of the planet is 3 times that of the earth divided by radius is 6 times that of the earth. So that is equal to g3gm divided by 36 r square. That is 1 by 12 into g. Gm by r square is basically g, isn't it? Is this all right? So 1 by 12 into g. So this is equal to g by 12. So here weight on this planet is equal to mass is 6 into g by 12. This is 2, so this is equal to 5. G is equal to 5, so this is equal to 5. So here weight is 5 Newton. Is this okay, student? So weight on that planet will be 5 Newton. Okay. So this is very easy topic, interesting topic. Revise this topic, whatever we have studied today. In the next lecture, we will proceed and we will study the planetary motion as well as motion of the planet on around the sun and motion of satellite around the earth. Okay, that we will study in the next lecture. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.